back to Farming Sim. This is Smokedown, and what I'm just going to do is do a course to try and sell the compost. This may be very successful or may not. I've done this on my own save of this, but it's not an easy course to get right. So first I'm going to do is just switch this on. I might as well take a full load up there for a start. So to switch this on, I need to connect up this to the tractor. Let's see if we're close enough. No, we should be alright. Now, B, I believe. Let's just try it. See, there's just a light out. Now, hop out again, disconnect this. It will stay running now until you switch off. Oh, until you switch off the game. We're not far enough back in there, but it looks of it. Just to run up here. Well, it's all the way along. We'll try it anyway. The beauty of Giant's physics, you cannot hurt yourself. Oh, just take it back a little bit in there. Once we get yourself sorted, I don't want to go too far in. That should do it. Just to make certain we have got this right. Once you get this right, that will empty the complete thing from that corner. We may have to swing it around the arm, but we'll do that when we get back after the first load. We'll just hook up to the trailer again. Do I switch the lights on there? Yeah, I've got work lights on. I have to switch those off. And I'm not going back. Find the right key. I think it's better. Let's go back a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. Alright, that's hooked up. Now, first thing is to get this lined up there, and I want to just check I've got the right body on here, because I'm never certain on the Sturt which of the bodies does it. I think it's the muck body. We'll soon find out. Now I'm going to come out of cab to line this up. You can see the little laser light there shows up nicely while we're there. Now I'm going to take it, so we're filling up the back more than anything. Here it comes, first loading. Right, we'll hop in the cab now, and we will start the course recording. This is load at start course, this one. Start course recording. First bit is easy enough. It's when we get up near Arkwright, I think it is, we're going. Things get a bit more difficult, and I'm not going to rush this course. It's going to be fairly slow, so don't expect me to break any speed limits. Because as you know, since everything's collidable, this map, this is Smokedown, you should know by the title. Everything is collidable, and there's not much space to get through in places. I will go a bit quicker down here. We'll try it from the course recording the speed when I'm actually running. If it doesn't work too well, I'll slow it right down to about 10-15 miles an hour. Although I can do course recording with a maximum speed set, and I may do that. Depends how well it runs. I'm using the little, I think it's a Sammy for this. It's the smallest of the tractors, and it goes down these roads a little bit easier for this sort of job. First bit, let's say, is easy enough along here. Hardly slowing down at all for the corners. But you do have to watch out. You might find that you have to slow it down. You do get, as in real life, you do get the case with a loaded trailer, it can start pushing the tractor a bit. If that happens, you need to slow. So I may not get this done first time. If I do it, it'll be a miracle. And when I get to the other end, I'm going to have to pause the action to back the tractor in on its own. Because it's the easiest way to get a reversing course done is drop the trailer. It goes into the right place, and it doesn't always go right if you try and take the trailer back. Now here we can go flat out along this bit. I'm keeping to one side of the road. Not that I expect to have 2 tractors and trailers on this job. It's a nice little job just to have one tractor and trailer doing it, and it keeps them nice and busy. I've decided to do it today rather than go forward to the next day or the next growth period for the remaining 2 crops in housing, because I need this trailer as well to move the finished crops across. So this would be mainly the job in this one, just to do this. This is a long run. In Smokedown you find a lot of things, there's a lot of driving involved. Fairly long distances for farming sim. I'd say quite often are. I remember when I worked at a malting, we had tractors and trailers coming in from 40-50 mile away. Most of the farmers, if they had that sort of distance to do, would hire a lorry to move the stuff, but quite a few decided they'd save money by doing it themselves. And to be honest, I don't think they did save any money. They still had to pay the worker to be out for a lot longer than would be in a lorry. You still got the wear and tear on your tractor and trailer, and you still had the diesel to pay for. Okay, you're using what's known in Britain as red diesel, which is diesel which actually looks like heating oil. It is, really, because there's no difference between heating oil and diesel, except that heating oil, you say, is red. Yes, it's a dye added in so that the lorry drivers and people with diesel vehicles can't use heating oil in their ordinary road vehicles. This is the first of difficult bits. Now I have had time to make this course about 3 or 4 times before I got it spot on, which gets annoying towards the end by the time you're on about the 4th pull at it. Along here is narrow. This is one-way traffic only. There's trotters, and the next one along should be Arkwrights. Now to do this, I'm going to run over the pit so I get the best swing in, and of course the gate's closed. It will stay open now. Now we run over the pit here, and once I get over the pit I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to keep the course recording on because I'm going to actually record the back end as part of the course right now. Now we swing round here. Swing right way around. Now here you need to go forward quite a way to make certain that the trailer's going to be in the right place. Now we back up. We're back right into the heap with this. That should do it. That should have hit the tip point. Now we go forward again. And when we go forward, we're going to go forward exactly the same course we went in by. There is a reason for it. It can get confused. Course 8 can get confused. Now we're turning out, and here I am going to take it up to the gate, then pause the course. We could actually run this back without the trailer, but the reason for keeping the trailer on is that turning near the pub. Now I'm going to actually pause it here. Now we're not on the course anymore, we're not recording now. Come back and pick the trailer up and tip that. Took the trouble to bring it down, now we must well tip it. This, as I said, is one of the more difficult ones I found with the course play to get right. We're back further enough. We'll soon find out. Yes, we are. How about that? Now I'm going to tip this load, so I'm going to do this conventionally, which is... Come on, I can't test it because I've still got the course live and I've not finished off yet. Now hopefully you see why we do it like this rather than why we do it without the trailer. Well, this one's going back quite nicely, this trailer. I can't actually see where we are, but I think we're alright. We've got the tip point, so we just tip it there. And we've got some money coming in. As soon as that's tipped, we're going to pick up our course and take it off. And I'm going to come out of cab for this bit. Be about the only one of the few bits I do out of cab. Just put up the course marker so I can see where we stopped. And we come around here. We've got our stop sign just ahead of us, so if we actually pull forward a little bit beyond that, go back on here and we hope we've got it. We will find out. Now we are recording again. And you need on this one to go fairly close to the fence, which means taking it quite slow. Slow, I realise, is a concept that some people find hard in farming sim, but on some of these roads, some of these maps, you have to take it slow. And here we swing right up to the other side of the road and then swing it back in as soon as we can to get over the correct side. Oh, I've got traffic. Haven't got traffic on here, and I'm not even certain that Wonko put traffic on this map. I never play with traffic anymore. My blood pressure is high enough as it is without adding traffic to it. Over the bridges and shoot the bridges in the middle rather than get too close to the edge of those. So we have to do the same again fairly soon when we've got those last two fields harvested to actually sell everything. And we'll be selling in the same place. You see it's the drive over tip there, which makes it a bit easier to set the course up. The other place to sell is actually a reverse course. I personally quite like the reverse courses, but they can be a pain to set up. And I don't think there's any difference in the price that either pays, so we might as well go with outright. And for but I think the hiding the tip bit works okay, and the turning in and out past the pub we should be okay on this. I can't see anywhere where I might have got in a bit too close. I've been thinking more and more about what field I'm going to buy. I think definitely going to try and get the 2 fields near the BGA and put those down to maize, buy those if we can afford them. Trying to get a bit more than the 11% in the BGA, although that is a lot of stuff in that BGA. Now we're getting close to the turn here, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to swing out over the wrong side of the road so I can swing in better rather than cut it too close. Take it nice and steady. Shan't do anything else in this one. It'll be another relatively short one. I think after the hour-long marathon. And I didn't realise that'd been over an hour until I came to edit and render the video. And my editing basically is trying to get the sound and pictures lined up. I don't cut anything out. If I'm at a complete boggle of it, you see it. So some of the videos, if I actually edit them to take all my mistakes out, a 40-minute video it would end up about 10 minutes, so I'd rather put it all in, warts and all. We're getting close now. Oh, the next bit is quite difficult, and that's actually getting it lined up again. It's too easy to actually miss the trigger for the load trigger. Stevie makes it easy by actually having a fixed conveyors in place, but I'm using the Maru conveyor, so I have to like them. We're not there yet. It's the white signs you feel. There we are. Now swing out a bit then, swing it round, and now we're going to go well wide. Got a big yard, we're going to use it. Now we'll come out of careful again, because this is the last awkward bit. We'll try and come in roughly on the tyre tracks already got there, because that's easier said than done. Now let's swing this round here, get this just about leveled up, and we will actually stop it here and see what happens. Well, we've got 2 chances now that will either work or won't. So I'm going to give it a go. First thing, will it load? It's loaded so far. Yes, that's going to load. Just get rid of that out of the way, so that's not in the way. And you can see it's heaps going down, and it's actually got some more stuff there it's bringing in, so we must have been almost full on there. Thought I'd emptied everything off. No, we've got some in there. Now the next tight bit is just here. Plenty of room. There's more room when you're on this field than what there looks when you're in cab. Just having a quick drink to refresh the parts that other drinks can't reach. This looks quite good. This bit shouldn't be any problems. This is basically, have I gone a bit too fast, and will it start to hunt for the next waypoint, which is one of the reasons that the course play won't go faster than 31 mile an hour, whatever that is in kilometres an hour. I'm sorry, I don't know, but there is a maximum speed that course play offsets things. So if you're using something to go faster than that, say a JCB which would do 41 mile an hour, it will take it down to 31 mile an hour. That's it, no quicker. Because any faster, I found any faster from this, and it starts to hunt too much for the next waypoint. I have to think about how we're going to work this to get our 3 million together before was it October. 17 ships. After seeing the, I don't know if you have seen the first play video using the actual footage from the game, it's looked quite good. Looks a lot like 15, but hopefully that added enough gameplay to it that it won't matter. I'm not worried about what equipment's with it. Equipment to me is not, I'm not a, well, apart from JCB, I'm not a great fan of any particular equipment. If it works, it's good. And that's all I really care about. But it's more what they've done to the gameplay. And look at it, that added a bit with, we should find it fairly sooner. I should imagine. At least I hope so. I know one or two people have been worried about with the American map, we'll have American equipment. I think we may well have to rely on modders to supply that. The big problem with the games now is getting the rights to use the equipment. As we know, John Deere won't allow anybody to use their equipment in game. It's a little bit silly really. It is a game after all, and it gets their name out, but that's the way they want to play it. I remember with another game, one of the trucks, one company was very late in coming forward. Every other European company, truck company come forward and said, yes, you can use ours. Or I should say Western European company, except for one. And they finally had to they finally agreed, so it must be a headache for the developers to, there's equipment they want to use but they're not allowed to use it. Now we're going very slowly because this is possibly the hardest turn on the map. You've got to miss that hedge one side, the wall the other, and we got round there. So I think we've got about one more real test now, and that is what the hell happens when you actually get to the tip point. There is an editor about to edit these things, but I've never actually used it personally. I have it, I haven't got round to using it. Normally I find if I've got a major problem on the course, there's other places I can improve the course anyway, so you tend to restart it rather than play around it. Yes, we're in. Right, we're full on this one. Over this pit which we will be using to tip the grind. That's where I stopped there, but this keeps going now. This is the main thing. Will it pick up the reverse part? Dust sometimes gets a bit confused, and it's got to get, and talk the devil, it's got confused. So we will stop the driver. So it looks like we've got to remake this course because of this bit here. It's not quite right. what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try it again. Sometimes first time it won't take it and it will a second, so I'll actually pick up the course that's coming through here again and just see. If not, I'm not going to bother to empty the trailer this time. I'll run it again with a full trailer and try again. No, it hasn't finding that course. I think it may be because I've got two there in the same place. So I'm going to stop driver, we'll cancel the course, and we'll go back and run it again. All part of the fun of doing these. I could use, say, the course editor there, but instead we will try and see if we can get it right next time. What I shall do is take it even further forward, and then so it's gone past the turning points. Well, you see what I mean when we get back, try again. So I think this is going to be the episode, just getting the course set and working. I'm not going to be quite so careful going back. So that OEB weight's taking a little bit of hammer at the front. This is a different case of it, if you don't succeed, try again. So we give it a second attempt. Now, I know this course works because I've had it working on my off-screen save game. Possibly should have just transferred the course across into the course play folder, which is possible. You merge courses across if you wish. Sometimes course play's not too keen on it all. It sulks a bit. It's more annoying with these long course than the short course. Although you can ask BP about short courses in BGA's. Not his favourite occupation, like it's one of mine. I think we're almost at the turn. Take the power off, swing it out and round. And we managed to hit that sign there again. That sign always gets hit. Yes, what else will we talking? Oh yes, talking about BP, because he's time you see this, he should be well on his walk. Time recording, he had just started his walk, so he should be, time you see this, just over halfway, or well over halfway hopefully, if his feet and his health is holding up. I don't envy him, not in the temperatures apparently they've got in New England at this time. I think last, when I was talking to him Wednesday, talking that's going to be about 100 miles of walking and about the same taking buses and that, just to get from place to place. I don't blame him for not doing the full walk. I wouldn't do it. But then again, I get out of breath just walking up the stairs now. Swing around. I'm going to try and follow these because I know these work. And we'll come out of cab. I'm on the tyre tracks at the moment. When the boots are having a nice fast graphics card now, the tyre marks last a long time. Shoot it through here. I'm going to come out carefully so I get it into the right place here. I think it should do about there, so we'll go back to start course recording again. Swing it around here, follow the tyre marks. And one thing not to do if you're having to remake a course like this, don't get sloppy on these bits of the track off the course, because it will come back and bite you. I know from personal experience. Hopefully it'll work this time. I think I know where I went wrong last time. I had too many courses in one place, but you have to be up and down near enough together if not it gets very confused. Actually up and down to the tip point. Probably not quite as close together as I had them. I think I was trying to follow the course in by the looks of it. And of course I remember now what I'd done wrong. Anybody knows I didn't put reverse on the course. I was trying to drive it in. So it would have worked. But it's too easy to forget things like that. Especially for a mere slip of a boy like me. Alright, let's come around here. Going a little bit quicker this time, which is possibly a mistake, but we will find out. There's no travelling the fastest going to take this course 31 mile an hour. Mind you, know the fun games I have with some of these courses, especially when I try something. This isn't unusual, this is just a straightforward delivery course. Topping up at the start and then taking it all the way through. Yes, I remember not putting reverse on when I first the tractor in. So the damn thing thought that I had to go. It will go forward unless you tell it to reverse, and I forgot to tell it to reverse. As I was saying earlier on this, I will leave that in. A, to give you all the laugh, and B, to show you that everybody makes mistakes. Now we should be coming to the bridges fairly soon. Let's shoot the get ready to go into the centre of the road to shoot this first bridge. As you see, the road's narrow, as they quite often do in Britain, over bridges. And it widens out again, then narrows again as we come to the second bridge. And I'm going to start slowing down now because this is quite a nasty look bend here. If it's going to get out of shape, it's going to get out of shape there. Now we trickle around here, almost hitting the hedge on the offside, so we missed that by quite a margin. The hedge until you go into it, it's not glidable, but once you get into it, it definitely is. But there's the wall, if you just touch that, that is a collision. And we're back at arc rights. Swing around. Swing it back around. And we need to go wide so we get the waypoints go in the right place. And we're going to do exactly the same we done last time. Only thing this time, remember to put the damn thing in reverse. So let's just stop here for a moment. Make sure we're not on the tip actually, because sometimes they don't like hooking up, re-hooking on the tip. So I don't think that's bad using manual attach. It seems to work okay. But if you're not using manual attach, try not to drop equipment on a tip point. Now we take this forward. Now when we get up here, about here, this time put that in reverse, put that in reverse and back down. Now there's a set maximum speed to reverse on the in-course play. You can set that to what you want, so you shouldn't, in theory, anyhow. Now put it back to forward, come forward again, and when we get about here we'll swing out to go towards the exit, so we're nicely lined up with the exit. Now I will pause it for the moment, not end it, pause it, come back round to pick the trailer up. I'm not going to tip it out this time. We'll take this back full. Did we get close enough in? No, we didn't. Should be there now. We'll hook up on some funny angles. Yeah, we're there. Right. Now we've got to just find out. The compost is full. There's going to be quite a bit of this to sell. Now I'm going to hop out of cab again now to pick up the point at which I need to take it off, pause, just go just past that. That should do it. Back to the cab, and we're now running the rest of the course back. Swing around here, like there's a bit more room here to come out than on some of the places. Other reason for using arc rights instead of the other grain cell point is it's easy to get approach it. You've got the glidable hedges either side and the other one, which can be a little bit tight. And that's just opposite as the other cell point. Whoa. Don't go too fast on this bit. Let's talk to myself. So I realised I was going to do it quickly, and I hope I got away with it. We will find out when we try this again. Now it's flat out back to the BGA, and this is going to be a longer video than I aimed for, but there. And what have we learnt so far? Always remember to put reversing on course play when you're reversing. And B, don't think you know more than you actually know. And both of those aimed at myself. I'm certain that most of you wouldn't make the same mistake. Right, yes, and I most probably will have stopped making Aldridge for the moment when you see this one, mainly because I'm going to do the day I was on. If you, this is being recorded well before then, it might be slightly different, but and then stopping until BP catches up the same day again as I will be on. As you know, we do a multiplayer, but we're playing on our own maps, which are both slightly different, but we're in different parts of the valley. That's the storyline. Swing around here. Not quite flat out to the BGA because it's a narrow road here. There's a bit of road I was swearing about when I was clearing field 9 and we're doing the silage on field 9. This bit you can only have one tractor and trailer on at a time, unless they're both going the same direction, but you can't have one going into BGA and one coming out. They can't get past. They might just do it if you brush the hedges on top, but leaves no room for error like that. Well, so it's going to take a bit easier. Notice I'm doing 31 again. But this is all part of my ambition to automate almost everything on this map. The one thing I found I can't automate is loading the compost master. Because for some reason course play won't pick up the trigger. Right, out wide. Follow the tracks again. And as we get down here, we will come out of cab again so we can actually see where I'm going. So I line this up. You get the nose of the track is just about on there. That should do it. I'll try it there. Alright, drive course. Now there's nothing for it to load up, so it shouldn't want to load, but you can see the laser went right over the trailer. And up to the first pinch point. Plenty of room. I know Wonko, the developer of this map, has used a lorry and Arctic on these roads. And so he might. I might try an Arctic on some of these, but I still prefer using tractors and trailers for doing most of my carting. And one thing I'm going to probably take advantage of the giant engine, it doesn't seem to wither the beaten that much, so we might just see if they stay in place for when we can afford that field, if we can actually harvest them. But we'll certainly wither the grains. In that field there must be getting fairly close to being withered. What I'm going to do is see if this works. If it does, well, I'll call it an episode whether it does or doesn't. If it doesn't, I will try and do it off screen to get it right. And we'll empty that compost master out next time. Yeah, I think we'll have a day emptying the compost master, get some money together. As you remember, our aim is to make £3 million. That's all. We've got most equipment we need. There still will be stuff we need to buy, and I'm going to try and buy all the equipment, not rent. And if I could afford it at the moment, I'd certainly be on to potatoes and beet, because they, believe it or not, they do pay well once you can afford the equipment. Doesn't look like it when you see the amount you get per tonne, but you get a lot of tonnes a field of either of those. And actually the worst paying is actually canola, because the yield is not great and the seeds seem to cost a bit more. Well, the seed usage is higher, not they cost more, all the seeds cost the same, but it seems to use more seeds on canola to plant the field, and your yield is a lot lower. Allow for a quick boost. You can't beat rape canola as a crop. And one of the best paying of the grains I found is barley, which, being British, I find odd, because wheat is always more expensive in Britain than barley by quite a margin. Yeah, I think we should be alright here. It's stayed in control around that bend. That's one bit I was worried about. Now we're tripping around to get around this corner here. I think we should be alright both ways, looking at the course. We missed everything so far. We've come up to the test. Just finished me drink off. Must prove it's getting near time to finish. This is a bit that makes you think. Have we got it? We're coming up to the end. We're at the end. We're now reversing. As you can see, I don't know why I'm giving you a running commentary what you can see on the screen. Unless it's because you're doing something else. You've just got the voice on. Mind, I find it hard to believe that anybody wants to listen to my voice for any length of time. And we're tipping. See, although we took the tractor a lot further back, when it hits the tip trigger in the right place, it will start tipping anyway. And we're getting money in. And this pays really well, this stuff. Now, has it? Yes, it's picked up the right course on the way out. certain we don't hit anything here, because it's looking good. Looking very good. Yeah, we missed everything there. I think once we get onto the road again, I'll turn the markers off, because we don't think we might see those. I just need to see them for this bit here to make certain we don't hit anything here. Nice and wide. Yes, we missed everything right. Let's just turn the markers off. I'll turn the midpoint markers off. I'll keep the start and finish. And we're alright there. Yes, we got away with that. Just hoping we don't start getting to a speed wobble. I think it was 13 with Westbridge Hills. I used to get a big problem running stuff down to BGA using the lorry. Was it 13? I might have been 15. Using the yeah, it was 15. Using the lorry when this first launched, because the thing would not stick to the road. They have improved that no end. Although some people complain that you can't do quite so much sort of rally cross with these vehicles now. And I mentioned before, but this is a rather nice trailer. I do like this Stewart trailer. If I had the knowledge, and the time comes to think of, I'd actually make the hoses so they fit properly. There's just too many vehicles I use to do that with. But at a glance it looks good actually. It doesn't look too bad at all on this one. That's not far out from the point. Just to one side of the no, it's one side and up a bit per looks like. I'm going to turn Soramide off because I'm going to get ready to take a picture when they're refilling. Yeah, that's it. I might sort of hide the photo too. There we go. Actually, almost a completely clean HUD except for glance. I can turn that off. I'm not going to bother. Let's keep the amateur status intact. If you heard anything, it's just me. Just one of my barrels from the e-cig charged, so I'll just change it. I've got another one on. I have two very old batteries here which are past the best. But whilst I can still keep them going whilst I'm at home, I will do. I'm mean like that. I don't like to keep buying new batteries. I'm feeling quite proud of myself. I've come to 4 years since I last had a cigarette. Pride cometh before a fall, as they say. Someone at the worst, when I was racing motorcycles, used to smoke 80 in a day. That's good going. With me it was a case of don't worry with the tools, right? Just make sure you've got a full carton of cigarettes. No, well, it's coming in the right place, but it does. We are we're there. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please leave a like. If you stumbled upon this channel and you want to see more, please consider subscribing. I do this sort of thing every day. This or the forest multiplayer, which for the next couple of weeks will be short of one player. I don't think BP's going to manage on his phone to play the forest somehow. Any comments, queries, if you just want to have a laugh at my forgetfulness, feel free to comment. You can call me a noob if you wish. I've done it enough to enough people, and it was a rather noobish error to make. Getting to put it in reverse, and with that it's me saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.